Hey, Shalom, Shalom. I Rob Tawab, which is good evening. HaYawam, Arabai, Shabuai, Achad, Chadash, Chamash, which is today is the fourth day of the week, of the first week of the month, of the fifth month, which is May. All right. Anakna wa ay barisha Allah walakim la'atam. Call Shabuai Baharucha wa Kakshaw Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shah Ma'amath. Hey, with the Hebrew Israelites coming to you week in and week out through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shah to preach to you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, West Indians, Haitians, and Israelite foreigners. Nacham Atom, Kaya Hamalakwat Hashemayim Korab. Repent, yea, for the kingdom of heaven is at hand. Call Layim La, Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shah, Bahasham Cha HaKodash, Wa Mashana, Kabadim Zakwayim Nawa, Wa Mala'akam Shoya Shalaz Zakwayim Recha Gadawal, Wa Chasad, Wa Shalom, Wa Barakim, Lahabachayim Shahagav Shalom. So all praise to the Most High Yahweh, which means He exists. Bahasham, in the name Yahweh Shai delivers. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Israel, the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Mercy, peace, and blessings to the elect of the nation of Israel. The nation of Israel. Shalom, which means peace. HaDabar Ratzazaza Bana Yapa. Lord's will. This is a beautiful edification through the Spirit. Amatam Chasar La Yadai Ma Amartaya Bahama Bawa'a Yalak La Dabarya. All right, so if you're curious to what I just said, you can reference my about section on my page. All right, so HaDabar Shal HaYawam, the word of the day, is going to be, or the saying of the day, is going to be Maya Magawag. So who is God? All right, because in multiple or in various different scriptures, various different verses in the scriptures, you'll see Magog, which is Magawag. All right, so HaDabar Ratzazaza, this is a beautiful edification through the Spirit. We can go ahead and get started. So the first scripture we're going to get is going to be first Debarim Hayamayim, also Chronicles chapter 1 and verse 5. It's a lot. First Chronicles 1 and 5. It says, Nawak, Sham, Ham, Yapath. All right, those are the sons of Noah, Sham, Ham, and Yapath. The sons of Yapath, Habunyam Shaw, Yapath. The sons of Yapath, Japheth, Gomer, and Magog, and Madai, and Yawan, and Tubal, and Meshach, and Tyrus. All right, so Japheth had 7 sons. All right, knows what the sons are. You had Gomer, and you had Magog. Magog was one of the 7 sons. Which let's get the word for Japheth, Yapath. So it says Yapath. All right, comes from Patah, which goes into it translates loosely to expansion. So it says Yapath, the second eldest son of Noah, whose descendants are stated to have especially occupied the western and northern regions of the earth. This accords well enough to the etymology of the name, which has since widely extended from the root Patah by Ra'ashith 9 and 27. Now, more specifically, this says western and northern regions of the earth. All right, but we know that it's referring to Europe. All right, Yapath, Japheth dwelt in Europe, and then also in Russia. Because when you go into that root word, let's go into the root word. The root word of Patah is, or the root word of Japheth is going to be Patah, which means to be spacious, be open, be wide. It says to make spacious, going into what they were going into like their blessing. All right, so let's get Baruch Asher, the Genesis chapter 9 and verse 27. So it says, the Most High shall enlarge Yapath, and he shall dwell in the tents of Sham. Wakana'ain shall be his servant. All right, and this is going into what they did. All right, Yapath, he was enlarged. He had going from Europe to over in Russia. All right, it says, and he shall dwell in the tents of Sham. All right, Sham, the righteous lineage. All right, because that's where the Lord dwelt at. You know, the Lord's habitation is Yasha Allah. All right, coming down from the line of Sham. It says, Kana Ayin shall be his servant, because when you go into, going back up a couple of verses, Canaan was cursed. All right, so he was pretty much going into his name. Let's go into his name. It says, Kana Ayin, Canaan. It says, humiliated, a son of Ham, also the country inhabited by him, a merchant. Let's go into this root word. It says, to be humble, be brought, to be brought down, be brought into subjection, be subdued. It says to bend the knee, because pretty much kind of Ayin was a servant. All right, going into the curse that he received from, or the curse that Ham, his father, received from Noah, because Noah was naked, and then Yapath, and while Sham covered him up, while Ham just sat there and looked, you know. All right, so continuing on, let's get Magawag or Magog. But again, Bara'ashith 9:27, Yapath was enlarged, hence his lands. Aratazawathwa, his lands. All right, his lands was pretty much, he had a vast open land going from Russia to Europe, you know, until he was pushed out of those lands. All right, let's get Magog, because Magog was a he was a Japhite. So it says Magog. It says land of Gog, which will be Magawag. It says the mountainous region between Cappadocia and Media, and habitation of the descendants of Magog, son of Yapath and grandson of Noah. It says Magawag, a son of Yapath, also a barbarous northern region, Magawag. So pretty much it says Cappadocia and Media. Now we know that a lot of these maps go off, but when it's talking about the mountainous region, when you go, if you was to go on the map, like my sword has a map of Cappadocia and Media, pretty much it's in the general area of the Black Sea, the Black and Caspian Sea, where Russia starts at. That's where Magawag dwelt. All right, and Russia as a whole is known as the land of Magawag. All right, and its name actually stems from the scriptures. So let's get that. This is Yahazak Allah, also Ezekiel, chapter 38, and verse 2. It says, verse 1, and the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, all right, in Ezekiel 38, this is going into the land of Russia. It says, son of man, set thy face against Gog, the land of Magawag, the chief prince of Meshech and Tubal, and prophesy against him. All right, now let's go into this. Let's go into the blue letter, the concordance. It says, prince, the chief. All right. When you get it in another version, it'll say, NKJV, son of man, set your face against Gog of the land of Magog, the prince of Rosh, Meshech, and Tubal, and prophesy against him. Rosh, Ba'aborith Ra'ash. All right, Ba'aborith Ra'ash, which means in Hebrew, Rosh is going to mean head or the chief. All right, let's get that, because it says the chief prince of Meshech and Tubal, because that's what the name Russia comes from. Chief, the chief, Ra'ash, the head, top, summit, upper part, chief. All right, and you go down here, it says Rosh, Roche, from an unused root, apparently meaning to shake the head, as most easily shaken, whether literal or figurative, in many applications, or place, time, rank, etc., etc. Band beginning captain, chapatir, chief is place, man, things, company, in, every man, excellent, first, forefront, behead, height, on highest part, priest, lead, poor, principal, ruler, some, top. All right, Ra'ash, chief. All right, which this one goes into. This says Nashaya, All right, but the word for prince is Shar, like Yasha Allah. He prince power. All right. So Ra'ash Shar, Russian. You see the chief prince of Meshech and Tubal going into Russia. All right, Magawag by Baryath, Ra'ash Shar, or Magawag. You see Magawag, Yashab dwelt in Russia. All right, pretty much that was his lands. All right. But I don't want to Zaza by Nayapar, Lord's will, that was a beautiful edification through the spirit. Call Layim La, Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shah Bahasham, Chakodash, A double honors to the elders and apostles of great millstone that told me the truth and rule well. And much respect to you, brothers of that pushing his truth with all righteousness and sincerity. Shalom, shalom. Halayla Tawab, A shalom.